So this one should actually be shorter. Well, okay. So the last one, it was longer because I had forgotten that 30-40 minutes was without the last puzzle. It's also the fact it's a puzzle game, so it varies quite a bit. This one is like way more straightforward. The first game was a game that I made when I was made in a month. This one I made in a week. This one is like legitimately battle, done. Are are you transmitting your voice on Twitch? Because I'm not hearing it, but I am hearing mine. So I mean, your voice still showed up on. I mean, you want it to show up on the stream, right? Because it's not showing up on the stream. Is my point.
Right. Is there an echo now?
Okay, now I hear you.
Echo,
I mean, there's an
echo.
echo for me too. So
Right. Well,
just the
lots
nature
of
of it.
echoes. So I guess we can start. And I brought how it was intended to be played. I'm gonna try to play with a controller.
Okay.
That's how you tested it, right?
I mean, that's just how I play everything. So yeah, technically, yeah.
Let's give this a try then. Hopefully the internet is... So you set standard for the first two battles and then switch to story mode, right?
Yeah, this first two battles explain the basic mechanics at least, and then I put out I made a collection of saves throughout the game. So
Right. How did you discover that the game was too hard?
well, I said before that I made these for like game jams, like people that had YouTube channels that played them and whatnot. So I saw people play through them, and one of the things is just like if you don't get the mechanics, it can become way harder
Right.
if it just doesn't click with you.
Oh, is this MC? Oh well. I don't think Twitch is gonna do anything bad to me.
He's continuing the monologue from before. Did you read it?
Barely.
Or you're gonna miss the jokes if you don't read it. So this is way more comedy than anything else.
Why does it say? Why does he say like guard when it's like, wait a minute or something?
Well, it's like saying someone's title.
Ah.
Guard June. Princess so-and-so.
Right.
Captain so-and-so.
Okay, so I press Y for the menu.
Shocking, right? Oh, right. You don't know, like, controller stuff, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, there's no NPC dialogue.
Right. With no one? No, with
There's
no.
a chest up there.
Yeah. Ah, the spear. That's not it. There we go. Oh, there's diagonal movement. The controller.
Is that a controller specific thing?
Ah, I cannot grab the chest.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a troll. You can get that later.
It's not a controller specific thing, but it's easier in the controller.
The diagonal stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Right, no NPC stuff. And no chest. There's a doggo. There's an angry doggo. That's not a doggo, apparently.
So,
Oh, two-face. I see.
so basically, the idea is that, and this is one of the core things that I wanted to do in this like experimental system, is the damage formula is actually based on the difference of between your essentially your pace, which is essentially the green bar TP sort of stuff going on. The difference between that and theirs. So you do more damage if you have more momentum than the enemy, but you
Right.
also have to use that momentum to do special attacks. And pace will build up a bunch of momentum while not guarding. You actually asked me about like some idea I had, like, oh, this is like from one of your previous things when we were talking about some mechanical stuff before.
Right.
The idea of pace being not a guard in order to incentivize aggressive behavior. It's a replacement where you get more evasion and healing and stuff like that instead.
Interesting.
And then the one thing you do need the mouse for would be to hover it over an enemy to see how much pace they have.
Oh. I see.
Yeah. So it's, 1 through 10, or 0 through 10 for the pace. I think it's something like the damage ratios are like, if you're completely at the disadvantage in momentum, you get like half damage. If you're completely at the advantage, you get like ×3 damage.
Right. I wonder what would happen if Kuroko would have started speaking.
I don't know. You could auto-mute them, I bet.
I can auto-mute everyone that's not an exec. The problem is, Kuroko's an exec.
Well, I think Kuroko could undo it, but like I see the options to disconnect them from it and server mute, server deafen. Ooh.
I think he can do the same thing to you.
Yeah.
But no, since this is not, I'm not affiliated with the game, I will not be speaking for the stream.
Oh, I need to. I missed the voice reveal. So sad. Because the game's too loud. I cannot change the volume. I'll talk later. I'll talk later. Even guard 0. I guess this is the last turn, right? That's what
Could be.
the 0 means.
Could be. Oh no! I mean, so when you hit them, they lose pace and you gain pace. When they hit you, they gain pace and you lose pace.
I see.
So it's like literally a momentum concept. Attack them, they lose momentum, and you gain momentum. They attack you, they gain momentum, you lose momentum. And that turns into 1, the higher damage, and 2, you also get a higher base hit rate and evasion along
Right.
with it, just depending on what your pace level is.
I like it. Can I grab this just now?
Yes.
Now let's see.
You wanted to turn the music down?
Yes. Can I turn
Yeah, this was
Kuroko
also the game I used to like learn MZ a bit better, because I hadn't used MZ before doing this game.
Come on. Let me talk.
Audio. Yeah.
I was using
Also,
the
you wanna-
arrows, but it didn't let me. That's weird.
Interesting.
So
Yeah, I think it's like R1L1.
So it's like, you have the controller. So use the controller. I don't want to.
You would take, yeah.
Alright. I think that the thing that takes me harder to learn is NPCs have no dialogue.
True. That would have taken actual like more. Like I said, I made this in a week.
Fair. What do you think of the faces in MC?
I think the editor is pretty nice. I know people complain about the art style. I never really minded it, but it's interesting that you have the control over the specific, like where the eyebrows are, the eyes are, and whatnot. You can make more subtle expressions.
Right. Which I think you liked, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I generally like it. Less options, but that's because, especially at this point, it was less developed.
But you like subtle expressions in general, I think.
I mean, you could like, oh yeah, subtle expressions. Yeah, I tend to more realistic and whatnot. When I say subtle expressions, I'm more like you can make those subtle changes, like making the eyebrows a little bit lower to make them look angry or stuff like that. Just MC has that flexibility.
Yeah. Versus my cartoony things. I like the wacky, super wacky expressions. When they like turn like white eyes and whatever.
Right, right. I for that I just don't feel like those tend to translate as well into like also having a serious discussion. I don't mind them having them, but when you have like a limited amount of expressions, it tends to be something that's harder to justify, I guess, because you can't use it in as many scenarios.
I see. And I guess it depends on the tone of the game. Like Rebirth of
Oh,
Eden
for sure.
is like really wacky, no, never serious kind of stuff, or almost never
Oh,
serious
for
anyway.
sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this is important for the other major thing that I did in the system. Basically, it's a progressive status thing where you can hit an enemy to guard break them, then you can unbalance them when they're guard broken, and then from that you can knock them down.
Right.
And so it sort of becomes a thing about trying to set that up, because then you get a lot more damage via that way.
Right. And you balance all of this in a week, or
I balance like a very specific set of fights in a week.
right?
It's very scripted, fight to fight to fight to fight. So, and then it proceeded to be a well, if you don't get this specifically, then this is just like I'm not sure what's going on, and then everything just becomes health sponges because you don't have that way to get a lot more damage.
Right.
But part of the idea behind why I like doing this like concept for these is I like battle systems that sort of ask you to think on your feet and try to actually adjust and have a specific it's less about the setup beforehand and more about what you do in the battle, that sort of thing. So that's between the
Right.
pace concept and the this like combo system to knock them down.
Wouldn't that system be more what you do in combat rather than before?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not. What?
But I got confused. Do you like more that it's set up, or more what happens in the
Well,
battle?
I like the in battle strategy.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the other way around.
Right. Okay.
Oh, oops. That was a princess. I thought it was a knight. Can you balance things? No. Not a normal attack anyway. Well, that was slightly weird. Because it did the attack, and then like after a second or two, it did the animation.
Oh, okay. Though, yeah, the buffs in this are also quite good, both defensively and offensively, so. I will say, generally, it's better to try to break with June, unbalance with Caraban, and knock down with Lene. But that also means the other element of it is pace also can mess with your turn order. So
Right.
if you use the pace, it brings you to the beginning of the turn order. So you can use that in order to get them in the right order.
I see. I'm starting to see like in the small I can use the mouse. I think I can use the mouse. Can you see the mouse?
I can see the mouse, yes.
Wonderful.
But yeah, there's a like mini turn order thing to this too to do that.
So let's see. This is the order that I want. So you said
Oh yeah. So
to do
craft,
this, guard break, then do this to the wall.
royal snoot. You
Oh,
did
that
the wrong
didn't-
one.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
Yeah, because that
Bummer.
one breaks. It says in the description what it does.
Oh, and this is the only attack.
Yeah, no. They all get 3 attacks by the end of it, but they level up across the course of it, so.
So now you're on balance.
Right, but it only lasts a turn. So you'll lose it by the next time you get to move with anyone that has a down.
Right. You have 4. Oh, they took my face out.
Yeah. Constantly moving levels of your pace and whatnot just from what the enemy does. And that was sort of the idea behind it. I've sort of moved away from this as like a long-term concept I want to like build something big around, but I still like it as a
Right.
concept.
I think it's okay. You just need polish. Let's see. I want you in this position.
Okay, so craft.
And then
Yeah.
I want you.
Nope.
Nope.
Nah, you
I
messed
screwed up.
Just. Wait. No, wait. Yeah. No.
So if I pace, I get the other.
So you want. So you want pace, attack, pace. Because attack would ensure that she stays behind while the other two would jump ahead with the pace.
Right. And then pace. So I get what I want. Now I do this. I break you. I step you. And then I flurry you. And then what's the benefit I want? What
They
did I
lose
earn?
their turn. They lose their turn. Their pace goes down like by 5, and their damage while in this state increases like 100% or something like that. So you can do another strong attack off of her. You can use her attack again probably.
Oh, it increased it down.
Oh, that's interesting. That might be a bug. Well, down actually goes away when you get damaged too. So
Oh, so it's only for one attack.
yeah. So you want to like do a big wind up.
Right. Oh, I got some messages that I didn't read. Break is saying hi.
Hello.
Yamamoto really likes the MC art style, apparently. And Reiko says it's pretty nice once you get used to it.
Yeah, it's weird that most of what I hear about the art style is negative, since I don't think it's bad. I think you just have to, you can easily make it look bad if you don't construct things in a decent way, I guess. But
yeah, I think you made a good job. But for example, another game that I know uses MC is the Corruption game.
a corruption game, Majesty.
Magical Girl Aurora something? That really popular game in TFES.
Oh, that Star Knightis game.
Yeah, that. Like, generally when they use the bust system, it's really good. But in the save files, they use like the MC thing, and it doesn't look good at all.
Oh, they never set up like actual face portraits with the art that they got commissioned.
Nope.
Interesting.
Probably I want this guy to have this guy. So I cannot talk to you. I cannot talk to you.
It's very. It is 100% railroaded.
I think that's easier.
Oh, for developing for sure.
And also for streaming, because I don't have to make option. I don't have to. I don't have choices. And I didn't change it too easy. Yay! What happens if I lose?
You lose.
Game over, isn't it?
It has autosave.
Okay. So let's see.
You can just pace again, and you could just pace again, and you get the order you want.
Right. And then I go with you. Then I step you. Then I down you. Then I cannot down you again. I cannot exploit it.
Oh no! This is when you rally cry. Rally call. And then you use one of because his blast strike is 3 times damage. So with that, with the yeah, and if it crits, I've had that happen when I played through it. That's 0.5. That's yeah. So yeah,
not
that's
a lot.
Way more damage than you did leading up to it. But
right.
That was like but that was still like 3 times the damage that you did getting into it.
Then pace. Please. Pace. Pace again.
There is a significant balancing act between getting lost in a game and getting lost in a game. Where I generally don't like.
What?
Yeah, like feeling like you're getting immersed into it because you're not 100% sure where to go, that sort of stuff. But you could also very easily cross that line and it becomes just an annoyance over anything else.
Right. Aha! Exploited. No, it didn't work. Bummer.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I think how I set it up actually makes it so that there's like a slight, maybe 1% chance you can get off one of the downed, unbalanced, or guard break without, or I guess it would be unbalanced and down without the previous step having been up, just because of how I set it up.
Right. I think I prefer to set up correctly.
So yeah, so at this point you definitely, if you're going to set up for another one, which you couldn't because you don't have enough pace on Lune, you probably want to make sure you hit it while it's down with Caravan because he has 10 pace. Because his damage is going to be even stronger because it'll be 10 pace versus 0 pace.
Well, he has like 8 pace. Oh, if I take all the pace away, right?
Right, you should be able to go through the full thing and then it knocks it down. So yeah, so I would pace these 3, get into the next one, go through the combo. And this is actually interesting just to look at. So like if you mouse over now on the enemy. Yeah.
Well,
so
maybe
he had 10 pace, so he had 10, so it's now down to 9. So if you go through, because he hit you guys.
Okay, you're down.
What's he at? What's he at now? 2.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So the difference is not
80%
gonna be
reduction.
that much.
So 8 to 6 is still pretty good. I don't have my calculations anymore, but still.
It did more or less the same thing. Around 600.
But yeah, I guess my question here is: is this feeling a bit health spongy?
This one kinda, yeah.
Okay, then I'll provide you the story mode save just so you have, because that was the main problem, where it felt fine to me when I played through it in terms of the amount of health, but I think the main feedback I got initially, and I had not like went back and like adjusted it or anything, and I can't do that anymore because I lost the original work files.
Right.
They're all bosses. There's like 5 fights in the entire game. It's an experimental game I made in order to try out this to learn MZ and try out this battle system idea I had.
Right.
So it's just literally scripted fight with cutscenes in between. A short story, as it may be.
For normal, I would say probably around 3 times doing the combos should be fine. 3 to 4.
Alright. So this should be even more.
Why was it more? I mean, the difference was less, right? Because last time I had like 7 to, or like 8 to 2.
Last time was 8 to 2. What was it that time?
5 to 0.
I don't know. I don't have the calculations in front of me anymore. It was like some... I don't even remember what the equation was anymore.
Oh my, I'm about to die.
Oh yeah, you might want to pace with her. And then Caravan has a healing one too.
That's not a lot. And Caravan has a lot of aggro. But at least he's at full HP anyway.
It also isn't horrible to just attack to build up your pace instead of always pacing. Because one, it brings down their pace, and it also lowers their health. So part of the reason why it might feel more like a health sponge is because you're focusing on pacing every time to get back to the order, when it's probably a better strategy to build up your pace with normal attacks, then at the tail end of that, when you have a bunch of pace, then switch over to using pace to get the order you want.
I would have to check, because if I do 600 per attack, and setting up takes me like 2 rounds, that might actually not be that optimal. Because
it also, you start to do more damage as your pace goes up too, so it's a it's a so I put this on story mode earlier today in order to get the saves if you want to switch over the story mode version, and I literally just auto battled through every single fight. Because there is legitimately just a back out and press auto battle option in this. So now that you're built up more, now I would pace at this point. Okay. You can still just, you'll have the same order in the next one. You can do the same thing. Yeah, I would pace to do the order in the next one, and that would probably actually finish it off.
I mean, right now he has like 3. Now he's at 0, so 8 versus 0, that should do a lot. Hopefully.
with
Oh, wait.
the attack buff. Yeah.
Do they take into calculation before or after I use the attack?
It uses, I think it's the pace you have when you hit. It's part of the damage formula, so it's like it's calling the TP. So it might be technically after you use the, yeah.
Right. So it's not quite 8 versus 0, but would be 4 versus 0, and then I get 1?
Something like that, yeah. So yeah, do you want the story mode save? Just
Sure.
Okay, then just go to the saves and I guess save in the first 4 files spots.
Sure.
Okay, after the cutscene.
It doesn't matter if I grab the thing.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab the files. Send it.
Save, 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 save. Save. So game enter title. So where is the save file?
In the actual game files, it's like it's I think it's the same as MV, right?
So like, did you compress them with the game?
No, I have them on my computer at the moment.
Oh, can you send them to me then?
In the process of doing there.
Oh, I have to download all of them. And which one is the story one?
So there's like 5. They're all. It's after each fight.
So it should be the third one.
Probably.
Then I go to save. I will erase this one. I change the name. Erase this one. Grab it. Someone did something. I got a follow. Hey, thank you, Mopsicus. No, I don't want to open this. Oh wait. I just want to change the name. Go. And Yamamoto RGMTO also followed me. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So if I click continue, go to the third one.
I think. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I skipped a battle.
Oh yeah. So
Skipped a
you
lot
didn't
of
skip a
battles.
battle. It's just after the walking bit. So that would have been you entered from the side and then you go down the stairs and it grabbed both. It grabbed all the chests in the area, so you can equip as you want.
Right.
Yeah, Yamamoto's Kuroko.
Oh. Oh, I keep forgetting to read the things. Kuroko says getting lost in the game just makes you more invested. Kuroko continues, I think that just comes down to clarity options. Discuss. Just attack always. I noticed this is MC, not MV. You can see it by the game icon. Yes, I also thought it was NV. I guess I can change it technically.
Yeah, you can change it. Yeah, this is MZ. This is the first game I made in MZ. This was me basically trying to learn MZ. So, the second
There we
game I
go.
finished.
Now
Icarus
Twitch
playing
should
with it.
say, because the problem is that I put in Twitch, that's not it. I put that I'm playing MV, not MC, because I thought it was MV like Petrichor.
How dare you?
Let's equip things then. Okay.
I might have equipped them some things already.
Less attack or more defense? More attack. The game icon means that it was made in the MC engine, maybe used MV assets and so on, which probably meant that the creator also owns MV. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 6 owes MV.
Oh yeah. No, I make between, and I made Petrichor in that, the one that Ikaru played last time I was on.
Oh, did you still is between also is still in MV?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Is between the game also in MV?
Yeah, that's MV.
Okay. I believe you can move them to MC. Like I did with...
But there's this giant game that I have that's like, what, 15 plus hours at this point? That's like, I don't want to troubleshoot that move when it's working as is.
That is fair.
And then there's also the fact that you're sort of hoping that the all the different plugins still work.
Oh yeah, most of them won't.
So yeah, story mode should be way easier. I think it's like double attack and half damage or something like that. Oh, it's like double health actually, I think. Maybe also half damage.
Oh, oops, I didn't want that. I think I first need to kill things so I can start setting up things.
Oh yeah, this was one of the interesting ones I remember when I was first putting this together, where it's like, so it's very like, you sort of like get the rhythm of like the one-on-one maybe, or like facing one enemy versus, or maybe facing two enemies. But when you throw 4 out there, they're constantly attacking you, they're constantly dropping your pace and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you sort of end up just being like, get the numbers down right away, and make it a bit more manageable to actually set something up. In the standard mode, I'd be suggesting doing the buff to attack and defense, but here it doesn't really matter too much. Like I said, I was able to auto battle through this one, so.
What kind of tester would I be if I just auto battle?
Unfortunately, the testing upside of these is definitely much lower because I don't have the working files anymore, since my hard drive that I had last year just blew up on me.
Right. This is gonna be a waste of a setup, but whatever. I didn't even set up correctly.
Well, I think you still do more damage against them if they're unbalanced, if I remember correctly, so it's just not nearly as much as downs.
Is the animation... Does the animation look likeish to people?
There is definitely, it's not translating into the stream effectively.
Right.
Like it's skipping frames.
That's a bummer. It's like there are so many things flashing whenever things are moving. And I accidentally paced when I didn't want to.
You could also turn up the speed on it if you wanted to.
Turn off
The
the
battle
speed?
speed. The battle speed.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I think it's just a general option for battle animation speed. Yeah, turn it to the fastest. You passed it.
Oh, oops.
Just see how this looks.
You can skip frames if there's no frames to skip.
It does sort of look like teleporting, yeah.
Oh, I reached the max level.
Yeah, because this is I think this is the penultimate battle.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, it's very straightforward.
It's almost as if someone told me the game was actually half an hour. Oh, I was willing to ask. Where's the music from?
I don't remember all what I pulled this from. I think a lot of it's from the MZ base, though.
Oh, nice.
But I also just have a giant repository of music I built up over time, so
Also nice.
I pulled some of it from that.
Well, that's also maybe I'm used to attacking narrations taking less than half a second.
It's funny because that's why I brought up the changing the battle animation thing.
Right. Bummer that it doesn't show like the text, like the what you call it, the stream like messages here, like they do in Library of Ruina.
Interesting, because I'm seeing the stream messages pop up because I'm watching it on Twitch.
You're having a better experience than I have. Bummer. I wonder if I would be able to play the game if I watched the stream rather than the game.
That would be weird. I think there'd be too much delay. Go to the bathroom. Try it. No toilet paper. Everyone agrees. Okay, on to the next one.
The cardinal sin. I mean, not if they have a bidet.
Do you think like a medieval out of the way armory bathroom has a bidet?
Maybe someone's spitting in your.
No, it's the princess. It's the princess.
Well, more so. Imagine you have a peasant, literally just hired, to spit somewhere. Wait, how did you grab the chest here?
Because it opens up when you come up.
Ah.
Yeah.
Was there a button here?
This is where you started.
Right.
Kuroko, I would be very careful about using like actual licensed music and whatnot. When I say I have like a repository of music, this is all stuff like I've bought licensed to. They're not like official music for other games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you want to be very careful about using stuff that is not, you don't have legal permission to use.
That was kind of weird when I was playing Little Bee Academia.
Yeah, that one has a lot of that going on.
Or we'll say proceed. Like, I literally entered to the city and it's like, Oh, welcome to Gravity Fall. Is it Gravity Fall?
Okay.
Gravity,
Time for the final battle.
with the Demon Lord. Is the Demon Lord also looking for the bathroom? I believe it's okay if it's non-profit and you don't claim ownership.
No, that's not how copyright works. Sorry, it's unfortunate, but it's okay. It's never okay. They just may not do anything.
Because a legal battle against a person that has like 10 followers might not be worth it. That's the reason I started like for OUR for remastered, like a whole campaign for paying for the cards, and then I commissioned a lot of people to do a lot of art. That was fun. Like, hey guys, can I get the context? The context?
Yeah.
So if I pace right now, I'll get
Oh
the
yeah,
thing that I want.
you're full up. Yeah, you also got auto pushed 10 base on everything.
At the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So this is an
Yeah,
ordeal.
you can see that your current one. Yeah.
Oh well. Just to get the setup that I wanted. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh wait, what's this? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Another option for unbalancing.
Right. But this one is mild, while this one is high. Oh, but this one has 3 pace. This one uses 3 pace.
The stabbing derby is also, I think, hits actually, and Breaker's Burst is also hits all, so it's lower damage, but it's better in an AoE scenario.
But this one's also hit everything, right?
Yeah, but you only have one enemy at the moment, right? So.
Right.
Well, you still need to break first, is the point. If
Yeah.
you want to get into the combo, it's still worth it, right?
So break, unbalance. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and I guess this is the other super damaging thing. And I can actually do
Yeah,
that.
that's the strong. Judgment is the strongest attack you can get. Yeah. So yeah.
Look at that part. It almost.
Oh, that's actually
didn't
weird.
change.
That it when I've played this before, it doesn't typically do that. I see the animation came off of it.
Okay, this is better. Shit. I didn't save, and this battle.
Oh, it auto saves before, so if you
All right,
jump
it
back
auto-saves.
into it. It's also story mode.
But look at that sponginess. How much pace do you have? You have 3 pace. So if I attack you 3 times...
It'll be down to 0, yes.
Meanwhile, I have a lot of pace.
You could pace on her to get her health up too, and get her, etc. Or that works. Attack the other 2.
I still think if I just attack, it might actually be more damage.
Never underestimate the power of just attacking regularly. Constant damage versus a big hit. Which in this you should be able to build up to that big hit. So that's the important part, I think.
Right.
Don't hold the Z button, Kuriko. There's literally an option in MZ where you can back out and just press auto and it will do that for you.
Or you can proceed.
Ah.
Roll credits. I've got no one to monologue. Pokemon taught me 12 years ago, holding down a button makes things stronger.
Oh no, you rapid touch it for the Pokeballs. That's how you do that.
You press A and B, alternatingly.
No, you just mash B as it's going. That's how you do it.
Oh, I heard the mash A, not the mash B. No. You press A in the exact moment during an attack to get a critical.
I wonder if like rumors like that were the basis for stuff like Paper Mario's stuff, for like the action commands and stuff like Paper Mario. Yeah,
Maybe.
I made this for a game jam, like I mentioned.
Right.
Thanks to them for giving me an excuse way back when. Okay,
Art
here's the art
credits.
credits. There's a music credit too, so where else did I pull music from? MZMV, the MZMV remix pack, and the XP remix pack, and the MV Trinity pack.
And the Harmony Music Pack, whatever that is.
Yeah, just something they sell on the store for RPG Maker.
Yeah. Oh, and you named all 4 of the members of Visustella. Oh,
I
nice.
think they do literally call out and ask, "Hey, name these 4." I think that's like actually in their disclaimer of how to credit.
My magic method was BBA repeat. It's weird. I think this is like the earliest example of weird conditioning. We
So
condition ourselves as a kid.
here's the reason that mashing B is the correct one. Because if mashing B is the answer, it means that if you didn't work, you just need to mash it faster, right? It means you didn't do it. You have a built-in excuse for why it's still right when it doesn't work.
Maybe that's why like our generation become perfect mashers.
Oh, carpal tunnel for days, right? That'll be the lasting legacy.
Well, I think I'll call it a stream. I think it's better for me to like just be ready for anything, because at any moment my family could be like, "We're living for X or Y."
So you want to make it a shorter stream? Okay.
Yeah. Also, I thought this was gonna take like 2 hours.
It wasn't going to take 2 hours. It was never going to take 2 hours. Well, it might have taken significantly longer if you didn't switch to the story mode stuff.
Yeah. Did you actually complete the game on normal difficulty?
Oh, I've beaten it myself like 5-6 times. It's one of those things where I like it because you sort of get into a rhythm of attack. Because the idea that I wanted it to be and how I felt like it worked when I was playing it was that it's a you make a decision and you make it quickly. Decision. It's not like every single turn is this big important thing every single time. It's just like attack, pace, move, attack, and just constant back and forth, that sort of thing.
I think
so. With the pace, and because it was constantly moving gauge of what you're capable of doing with the pace and what damage you were doing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I felt it had a. When I tested it and played it, I thought it struck a not perfect, obviously, but like a good experimental balance of this constantly changes up the status quo, so you're constantly having to rethink what you're going to do next, but it's not like a massive change, so it's like slight adjustment here, that sort of thing.
I think for a longer game, one skill I would add would be to switch your position. So either like attack and go first or attack and go last.
The turn order was decided actually by their agility stat.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have the work I put in. Like I said, I don't even have the working file. So, and as you know from the other stuff we've talked about and whatnot since then, I'm not really going forward with this as a concept at the moment.
Yeah,
so maybe
it's really different because what you're planning, well, what we're planning for that game is like single combat, like one-on-one combat, versus this one.
Oh yeah, that like
it requires a whole party.
Like the thing you're referring to when we're being vague on purpose is like, it's taking more inspiration from Pokemon from anything else. It also like you said like I said previously, you thought it might have been connected because I had talked about this a little bit because of the pace thing, because I also put pace in what we're talking about now.
Yep.
On the basis of keeping it aggressive, not offering this like half damage guard status, but making something that's more where it gives you an evasion boost instead.
Right.
So you're not as motivated to guard, I guess.
Right.
But yeah. It's interesting. And then I've also given a lot of thought to like what I want to do for a follow-up between, and it's one of those things where it's like you always let your mind drift whenever you're brainstorming. And the fact that I'm working on 4 titles, basically everything sort of jumps between them. It's always an interesting process to work through all those ideas and try to what works for what you want to achieve in this.
The main problem is, okay, time to set that aside, put it put a pin on it, and then put a pin on it, don't forget it, complete whatever games you have, then go back for it.
Yeah, it can like, especially for like I've had a few times, and you probably have realized this, or I've directly told you, where it's like just jumping back into Oathbreaker, and it's like, oh, I'm not like, it's hard to force myself when it's like, okay, I have time to work on it. Now I need to work on it, right? But my
Yeah.
mind might be drifting to like, I want to work on this other thing just because that's what I'm in the mood for, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
See, Reiko, your comment that we work a lot, and I think at least in my opinion, how I do it is just because I work on so many stuff. There's always something that I feel like doing, so it doesn't turn into work. It turns into it's always a fun hobby to do, and you don't burn yourself out nearly as much because there is something else that you could switch to because that's what you feel like working on at that point. That sort of stuff.
Yep. I kind of try to do the opposite, where it's like, okay, I'll try to manage things so I don't get burned out.
Right, because you also do it as like a proper job too.
Yep.
So
This is my job. Well, technically
Obli-
not this. But playing games give me an excuse to play games.
true, true, true. So next time you want to mess with the party game stuff or stuff like that?
I could do that. I'll bring up a poll, see what people like.
Well, think of the well, you know what? You want to play with the activity thing just real quickly so you can get a look at it while you
What?
have time. It's completely non-committal. So if you look on Discord and you go down next to share your screen, there's a start your activity. Start an activity.
Okay, let's see. What's this? Sketch heads, watch YouTube together, pot party, poker night,
Yeah, they
chess.
basically built in games into Discord that you can play multiplayer together with people. So
Huh.
there's a sketch game that's sort of like, I guess it's Jackbox esque. There's mini golf, there's poker, chess. I don't know what Land.io is. I haven't tried that. There's basically a version of Uno. I haven't seen Spellcast might be new. There's Scrabble and checkers. And through that we could actually get people from the audience to also join. Yeah.
Yeah. What? What do you mean checkers is unlimited participants?
Oh, I think how it works is like you join a session and then you create games within that, and those are one on one, but everyone can like join the session and join games, that sort of thing.
Oh, I see, I see.
I haven't played checkers, but that's how it worked for the chess one that I played with some of my friends before.
I mean, the good thing is, like, people that join the stream is actually not that big of a community. I think our biggest stream was like 10, 11 people.
Something like that. Hard to tell sometimes, right?
Yeah, it's easier to tell in Discord that is in, well, actually the other way around. Because right now I can see 3 viewers. It's probably you, Reiko, and Kuroko.
Quite possibly.
Well,
But yeah, those are especially the sketch one. I think would make for a
yeah,
pretty good thing to just, involve other people and would be fun just as a group.
true. I'll give them I'll give them a watch, investigate, and poll. But yeah, I
Sure.
think I'll call it a stream for now. Uh, any last words?
Drive safely, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Kuroko, any last words?
Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, I could hear your voice now. Yay. I don't think there's Cards Against Humanity, but we can take a look. Well, nice to play with Six. Nice to hear your voice, and see you next week for something. Bye bye.
Bye.
This one and this one.